Hi everyone, this is Joe from the engineering team at Lucy, and today I want to talk to you about reducing the maintenance tax and leveraging AI to do that. First, on the start of how critical mobile is. We're still in the middle of the mobile revolution. More businesses are still trying to adopt mobile apps and provide their services through mobile apps. And customers are having higher and higher expectations from businesses to deliver all of their services through mobile. Just in that last year, 4.2 trillion hours were spent by users in their mobile apps. And that's 88% of all the time that users have spent in their mobile devices. And the most critical part is performance issues and crashes have never been more important. It accounts for 71% of all uninstalls that users do to mobile apps. And those uninstalls are not just about not using a mobile app. They can be about not interacting with business at all. Because again, more and more users are expecting to have all the services provided through mobile. And that's creating a huge pull on mobile developers to maintain the highest bar of quality and performance in their mobile app at all times. And we believe most mobile teams have been trapped into this. What they have to do for maintenance is pulling so much time that they could be spending providing more services to their users. But instead, they are always context switching to address performance and stability issues, and they have spent a lot of time to get to the root cause of what went wrong and create a fix for it. And your top engineers didn't want to spend all their time doing that. They want to ship value to customers. They want to delight customers. So, what we can do about this? In 2026, we already have many amazing AI tools, from IDEs like Cursor to applications or agents like Cloud Code. These applications have access to your code base and can navigate it, can understand it. You can provide context to it, so it can work in your code base very effectively. And thanks to MCPs, you can also pull any kinds of data that you wish. For example, like for maintenance issues, you can pull all the observability data that you need through an MCP server. So that an agent would have access to your code base, access to all your observability data, can quickly dig into it and provide a fix. But that it requires context switching. It requires an engineers to be sitting doing that. You are seeing a trend right now for cloud agents, and we are very excited for it. Let me give you an example of what does that look like. Cloud agents are just like anything cloud. It lives on somebody else's computer, not your computer. So an agent can work even if you are away from your machine, even if your machine is closed. And that agent can be configured to have access to your code, to your MCPs, and any credentials needed to pull data that it needs to create any fix. Um, and we believe like there are huge capabilities unlocked by just shifting that model from local agent development to cloud agents. For example, like if you have a cloud agent set up pretty well just like that, you can set it up so that it responds to any alerts or pages that you get automatically before even any human can start interacting on any issue. And let me like if you are interested about this, Let me give you some best practices that can help you set this up. First, you have to address the biggest risk with that model, which is security. Thankfully, most providers that provide any setup for doing cloud agents have very good primitives for security. For example, Anthropic have their managed agents, and they have a product called Vaults that that is built to manage your credentials securely on the cloud agents. So you have to discover what are the security primitives available your from your cloud agent provider to, to store your credentials securely. Next, system prompting. So cloud agents are designed to interact from any data coming up from the web, basically, and that can be very risky. And again, most cloud agent providers have thought of that, and you will see many of them have built guards to expect that any data coming into the cloud agent is expected to be treated as data only, not instructions. So keep that in mind, and know that the only place for any instructions that you will have for a cloud agent is in the system prompt. So make sure you write that prompt carefully and give it all the instructions that it will ever need. And then with any trigger for that cloud agent, it's only going to carry data, never instructions. Next, make sure, just like your local development set up with an agent, that you also have closed the loop for your cloud agent. So not only does it have access to your code and your MCPs, it also have access to the correct tools to build your app, run netting, run testing, all by itself. So we can verify fixes before it creates a PR for anyone to review. And finally, and we have seen this step pay dividends to people doing it, which is build a memory system for previous incidents that has been solved. That helps an agent a lot to discover what patterns are repeating themselves and are they happening again now, and apply similar fixes so it stays consistent with what humans do to respond to events and any issues or alerts. That's about Cloud Agent today. Please try them out. You will see them from many different providers. I think Google have just announced managed agents in Google I/O last week, and I think you're gonna see them come up from many different providers. And we believe there is a huge potential coming through that. We believe not so far away, agents are not just going to be resolving issues. They are going to help developers detect issues in the first place. They can respond to alerts, and they can continuously be scanning your observability to discover issues even if they don't have alerts set up. And when they do, they can help humans like triage those errors. For example, set up priorities, which issues are more important than others, and even their complexity. And of course, like just like they do today, they can resolve issues and provide humans with ready PRs. And this is the most exciting part. We believe that those agents are going to be able to release those fixes as humans would prefer, like if they are like low complexity. And when they do that, the agents with the right tools can set up their own alerts so that they verify that fixes they did are actually working and are fixing the right thing. and they didn't cause any regressions. This is huge, and I believe this is gonna help engineering teams working on mobile apps to gain back their time, reduce that maintenance tax, make agents only pay for it from A to Z, while the engineers are not distracted, shipping customer value, and making their entire business more successful by providing all their services and more through their mobile apps. We're excited about this future, and we hope you are too. Thank you.